Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Ghost Stories. Today's ghost story is called The Jogging Ghost. So, anytime from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., I'll go on a jog. I'm usually up at this time, so it's kind of become a common thing now. Anyways, last night I left my house for a jog at about 3:30 a.m. I jogged for almost an hour before I started heading back home. I'm about 5 blocks away from my house and on a straight path to the corner of my block. I jog 2 more blocks before I see a person 2 blocks up standing on the corner. I don't think much of it. This, you know, it's about 4:30 a.m. now. I always see people out walking their dogs during my jog, so it's nothing new to see somebody out at this time. I'm now about a block and a half away from this person, so I begin to slow my pace as I'm coming up to an intersection and I assume they might have a dog with them. So I want to give them some time to start moving before I finish my final stretch home. I get to the intersection and I look out for cars. When I look straight ahead, I see this person at the corner start to walk left around the corner. At this point, I finish walking across the street and pick up my pace. I get to the corner the person was standing at. I look left in my direction the person went. I initially did this to check for a car, but I looked further back to see if the guy was alone or walking a dog. But when I looked, I saw no one there. Now, it's not a big deal. Maybe he went into a car or something, I thought. But I'm nosy as fuck, and I wanted to see if somehow he had made it to the other corner before I could see. So I went up the block, took a left on the corner, and started heading back a different direction than I came. But on the next block over, I started heading back. I run up one block, get to the corner, look around while keeping my pace. I see no one. At this point, I gave up on finding that person. I figured I'll let it go. Just go 2 more blocks up, loop back, and then head home. I now get to the corner where I originally saw the person and take the left so I can be on the straightaway to my block again. When I turned the corner, I saw a person standing on the same corner. Now I make it about half a block up before I slow to a walking pace. I walk to the corner of the block I'm on, check for cars again. I look straight, and the person begins to walk left, just like last time. I thought, wow, what a strange coincidence, and continued to cross the street. Now I wear glasses, but when I jog, I put them in my pocket because that makes the sweat slide off of them. I cross the street, pick up my pace, get to the corner the person was standing on. I stop at this point and look left, and I saw no one, and thought, surely I'm not that blind, and I put my glasses on, only to still see no one in sight. I even took my headphones out to see if I could hear anything, but it was just quiet. Now I know what you might think. I'm weird, trying to see where these people are going, but to me it was a challenge to try and make it to their corner before they made it to the end of the block. So at this point, I'm thinking, damn, I lost the challenge to another, so let's do another loop. So another loop I did, and when I got back to the corner where I saw the person, I took the left and instantly stopped in my tracks. I saw another person standing on the same corner. I put my glasses on again so I could see better and start to walk forward while looking at this person. I couldn't make out if they were facing me or not, but I thought, there's no way 3 times in a row someone's on that corner. When I get there, I start to walk 3 times. I start to feel like I was in a loop at this point, like some weird ass ginseng. Anyways, the person does not move an inch. I walk to the corner and get ready to check for cars, but before I do, I stay locked on this person to see if they're going to walk to the left like the others, but they don't move. I look to my right to see if there's a car. Then I look forward, only to see the person begin to walk left. Now I hesitate to cross. Why did they only move now? Surely it's not coincidental for this to happen 3 times in a row. I took a minute before I continued to walk. I get to the corner where they were on, look in the direction they went, and nothing. Now I'm confused. They didn't seem to be walking fast, so surely I would have seen someone. So I figured, let me just go the way they went and see how long it took to walk around. I have my glasses on and headphones out at this point. I look around and no one is around at all, so I begin to walk. I make it about a quarter way up the block when I get this chill down my spine. I stopped walking and take a second to try and understand why I'm feeling this way. I look behind me, and someone is standing at the corner again. I don't know what to do other than run around and continue to walk. When I go to turn, I see in my peripherals the person move. I turn back, and they are now walking in my direction. From the little time I had turned till the time I turned back, I tried to see the person's face, but it was just too dark. They seemed to have like a hoodie on. We are now both walking in the same direction, and I can hear their footsteps from behind. They're not close, but they're audible. I make it halfway up the block before I decide to just peek over my shoulder, only to see no one is behind me. I had just heard their footsteps, so I now stop completely and turn around to confirm no one is there. Sure enough, no one is there, and my heart instantly drops as I'm now standing facing the corner where I saw the person, and no one is on the block, and I'm trying to calm myself a little and think maybe I was hearing my own footsteps or something. I turn around to just continue home when I see someone up the block now, sprinting in my direction. Now, it's 4:30 in the morning. It's very quiet outside and I can hear crickets loudly chirping. But the person in a full-on sprint heading towards me was completely silent. No sounds of shoes hitting the pavement or anyone breathing. I stood there frozen, trying to make sense of what was happening, staring at the shadowy person running right at me. All I could do was stare, watching them get closer and closer until they were 10 feet away, and then, poof, they disappeared, like they were never even there to begin with. I snapped back into reality and just started taking off for home. I was in a full sprint until I got inside. I locked the doors and just showered, trying to make sense of this experience. I figured I'd come on here and share to get anyone's thoughts on the matter. If you like this story or have a ghost story you want to share, reach on out to us. Give us a like and a subscribe.